Okay, guys, and we're back. This is part 11 of Let's Play MGS3, and we are just about to drop into a cutscene, or rather, a few cutscenes with a bit more exposition. But just before we move on, I just remembered that Paramedic last talked about War of the Worlds, the movie, and I did watch the Tom Cruise version, but this is back when I was in school, and I watched it in a class, so I never really actually finished it. I've only watched like 60% of the movie, so I don't know if I'd continue watching it in this day and age, but yeah, I guess to some extent I've seen it, maybe even more than Paramedic. All right, here goes.
If you're looking for Sokolov, he's not here anymore. Put that thing away. You'll spoil my drink. So, you're the intruder everyone's talking about. Typical capitalist dog. No manners.
And who are you?
You mean you've never heard of me? And you call yourself an agent? Very well, then. I am Alexander Leonovich Granin. A man of some importance, if I do say so myself. I am the foremost weapons scientist in the Soviet Union, and the head of the glorious Granin Design Bureau. This is the Order of Lenin. It is an honor of the greatest magnitude, given along with the title of Hero of Socialism to only the finest workers. It was awarded to me in recognition of my brilliant contributions to society. Since the Great Patriotic War, I have created countless weapons in the service of our great communist society. It was thanks to me that we were able to stamp out the Nazi scum. It was I who created the basic design for the mobile ballistic missile system you know and fear as SS-1C.
You're crocked, aren't you?
Yep, absolutely hammered.
I'm merely drowning my sorrow. Because of him, I've got nothing to do but sit here and drink this crap.
Him?
Sokolov. It's him you're looking for, isn't it? Because of him, I have been stripped of my authority. My research has come to nothing. Look. It is a revolutionary mobile nuclear missile system. A bipedal tank.
A bipedal tank?
Yes, a walking tank. A robot. Are you familiar with the theory of the missing link between apes and humans? Well, this technology will be the missing link
there's
between infantry
Metal Gear
and
Ray.
artillery. A kind of Metal Gear, if you will.
And
And this
Jehuti
magnificent
from
Metal Gear will
Zone of the
mark a
Enders.
revolutionary step forward in weapons development.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear!
But I won't be used so easily. No crying myself to sleep. For you see, I'm going to send these documents to my friend in the United States.
What?
These bastards will live to regret this. And when they themselves become the targets of my creation, they will know my true greatness. Yes, Sokolov's pathetic Shagohod pales in comparison to my work. What are you going to do with a rocket engine on a tank?
About Sokolov.
A tank does not need a rocket. It needs something else. Look at these.
Nice shoes.
No.
Yes,
Legs.
tanks with
Legs
shoes.
that allow it to go anywhere. Just as when humans learn to walk upright. That is the real revolution in weaponry. Don't you agree? But the fool's in charge. Joe Sokolov.
And where is Sokolov?
My project has been terminated. The Philosopher's legacy has been handed over to him.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Philosopher's legacy. Haven't you heard of the Philosophers? The Colonel has inherited their immense legacy. Volgin's father was in charge of the Philosophers' money laundering activities. In the confusion of the war, they somehow ended up with their treasure. And Volgin inherited that treasure illegally. We never need to worry about the military budget. The development costs at our facility are all paid out of the Colonel's deep pockets. The weapons born here will be the genes for creating an entirely new form of warfare. The funding for my research came out of that legacy. Came out of it. Now, my money, my men, all have been diverted to the Shagohod project. Tomorrow they will be conducting the final test, while Sokolov is making the final preparations in the weapons factory at Volgin's main base, the great fortress of Grozny Grad. Here I am, playing host to an enemy spy and drinking myself into a stupor.
That's where they moved Sokolov?
Yes,
And the Shagohod is there too?
of course. Hey, you're not thinking of going to Grozny Grad. Are you mad? It's an impenetrable fortress.
I'm sure it is.
Let's
You'll be
put that to
killed.
the
I'll
test.
take my chances.
Wait,
What?
listen to me, you fool. I want to help you.
Help me?
To thank you for your compliment.
What compliment?
My shoes. Tatiana gave them to me. I wanted to thank you for complimenting me on them. I'll tell you how to get into the fortress. In return, I ask only that you get that idiot out of there and destroy the Shagohod. There is an underground tunnel that runs around the perimeter of the fortress. You should be able to use it to sneak into the base. Head for the mountains. The entrance to the tunnel is located there. Take this. You passed through a warehouse on your way here, didn't you?
Yeah.
There should have been a locked door inside of it. Do you remember it? This key will open that door. Beyond that door lies a vast jungle. You can climb up into the mountains from the far end of the jungle. Go back to the warehouse. Use the key to open the locked door and head for the mountains. Got it?
Why are you helping me?
Unlike Sokolov, the thought of defecting has never once crossed my mind. I love my country. I love this land. I cannot even imagine living anywhere else. I wish to remain a hero of the great motherland. I cannot bear the thought of being hounded into a corner and left to waste away. It is already dawn. We must hurry. I will remain here and nurse my troubles for a little longer. To capitalism!
You're right. Okay, so one important thing to take out of what Granin was talking about was the Philosophers. And we'll learn a bit more about them in due time, because a lot of what they've done is sort of what shapes the events in the Metal Gear series and stuff that's going to happen. So actually I was going to make a bit of a point about them in a bit here, but might be touching base into spoiler territory, so I'll hold it off. I'll hold it off for now. Okay, let's give okay, yeah, let's talk to Major Zero. We haven't talked to him in a while.
Major, Sokolov's already been moved to the fortress.
But that's only what Granin told you, right? He may have been giving you false info.
No, he wasn't lying.
How can you be so sure?
Gut feeling.
Good enough for me. According to Granin, you should be able to get to the mountains through a passage located deep in the jungle beyond the warehouse.
Right. Then if I climb the mountains, there'll be an underground tunnel leading to Groznygrad near the summit.
Start out by going back to the warehouse. Use the key you got from Granin to open the door and proceed into the jungle. You remember where the door is, don't you? It's directly north of the door you went in when you came from the aqueduct.
Okay. We are also going to run into another boss fight. And okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this boss fight, yeah, what can I say? Thermal goggles and the shotgun will be your best friend. Although, if you're trying to beat him non-lethally and get the camo from the boss, in my opinion, he's one of the harder ones, I would say, because he can recharge his stamina by eating food around the arena. But at the same time, his stamina is also constantly depleting, because he can turn invisible, but that's based on his stamina. Okay, I'll leave you guys alone. Try to speed by here since I've already trolled you all last night in game time. Oh, good. Another suppressor. Actually, I think I'll switch to the sneaking suit, since it'll reduce the damage I'll be taking from this guy. And Okay. Yeah, another useful trick with the... wait, that's my... Okay. Okay, so the thermal goggles, you see how they're the red crosshairs? Well, use those to aim with the shotgun, because as you see, you can't use any iron sights with the shotgun. So the best thing to use is those reticles for the thermal goggles. That's what I do for this fight. Ow! Ow!
Coated in the venom of the Brazilian wandering spider. Soon a most exquisite pain will engulf your entire body. Your limbs will be paralyzed, your lungs cease to draw breath. Eventually your heart will stop beating. Ah, but what fun would that be? Not a fitting end at all. The boss's apprentice. I will give you fear such as you've never experienced before. Come into my web. It is time for you to feel the fear.
Oh, really? Let's see about that. Okay, first things first, let's get rid of the poison. And, oh yeah, there's a funny little bug in the game, and I don't think it patched it out of this version, but if you have a arrow stuck inside of you and you let it heal naturally, the arrow will be stuck in Snake's model for the whole entire game. Actually, right, whoops. Getting a little distracted here. Alright. Knife. Septic disinfectant. Yeah. It's almost like a bullet wound, but you don't need the suture for it. Yeah, the shotgun just will destroy this guy. Alright, so the trick is, if he's far away, use like a rifle. If he's a little closer, like right now, use the shotgun. But be careful with the shotgun because you only have 41 shots if you're playing regularly. Yeah, come on. Gotcha. And as you can see, you can beat him pretty fast with the shotgun, which is why the shotgun is the best gun in the game.
Fear! I see it! The fear!
Oh crap. So the reason why the Cobra members blow up like that is because they have a micro bomb inside of them that goes off once their vitals drop. Normally Sigint would tell you that, but I don't remember how you get that radio conversation. So that's why I'm just going to straight up tell you guys here now rather than waste a whole bunch of time trying to get that conversation. And all right, back to our usual getup. And let's save. So, what movie will you talk about this time, paramedic?
Do you want to save? Snake, have you ever seen For a Fistful of Dollars?
Nope,
yes.
never.
Yes,
It's a
I
spaghetti
have.
western.
Spaghetti Western.
It's really cool, especially the main character's stylish gunplay.
Gunplay.
I saw it in England on the Major's recommendation, but it hasn't come out in the States yet. It's so cool. They'll bring it to America, I'm sure. You have to see it sometime.
Sure.
So, For a Fistful of Dollars, very funny. Funny thing is, I watched that a few days ago because I was thinking about movies that Paramedic was going to talk about, and I was like, oh yeah, she talks about that movie. And I watched that one, and then I watched the sequel, which is For a Few More Dollars. So, For a Fistful of Dollars, it's about Clint Eastwood, who plays as a bounty hunter. And he pretty much goes into this one town in the first movie to deal with a couple of outlaws or like overlords that sort of run the whole town. And there are sort of two factions that he pits against each other and eventually works around towards taking them out. My favorite, though, is the second movie. I like the second movie more. You see another character that's a bounty hunter that works with Clint Eastwood, who is played by Lee Van Cleef, who is one of the inspirations for older Revolver Ocelot. So you'll see him, Ocelot, what he looks like when he's older in like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. And for any of you guys who have watched those movies, you can see the resemblance. In fact, Snake, like this version of Snake, MGS3 Snake, and son of a bitch, just give me a sec. No! My instant noodles, you asshole. They're mine.
Please respond.
This is HQ.
Control here.
Freeze.
What's going on? Respond.
Freeze.
There's something wrong. Support status.
Yeah, I forgot that was going to happen whenever you blow up the inventory and they have access to it because they're hungry, and then doors open, all that jazz.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Okay, anyways, I got a little sidetracked there. But yeah, Lee Van Cleef is the inspiration, like visual inspiration and like appearance for older Revolver Ocelot. And Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake, his appearance is a mixture of Kurt Russell and Clint Eastwood. So I remember I remember hearing a lot of people comparing Solid Snake to Kurt Russell, or Snake's overall appearance to Kurt Russell in Escape from New York, as in Snake Plissken. So that is like a direct resemblance. Kojima loves his movies, so that's not a mistake or a coincidence by any means. Okay, so technically I could have started this whole long session play at this part, because this is when the official timer for the end starts, I believe. I'm pretty sure it starts here, not at the docks, but yeah, Eva's calling us.
Snake, are you there?
What's up?
Where are you?
In the fortress, in Groznygrad. Dr. Sokolov is here too.
Is he all right?
He's fine. Right now he's busy putting the finishing touches on the Shagohod.
Good. That means they haven't killed him.
Not yet anyway, but you better hurry. They've already finished the Phase 2 tests. Once the final preparations are complete, they'll have no more use for him. The Colonel won't have any qualms about killing him if he thinks the CIA is closing in.
Eva, you can't let Sokolov out of your sight.
I know. Snake, do you know where Groznygrad is?
Granin told me that I should be able to get there from the mountains to the north, through an underground tunnel.
Granin told you?
Yeah, he even gave me the key to the warehouse.
Why?
Because he was drunk, I guess.
Gotta be kidding me.
Hell if I know.
Snake, there's one problem with that route.
What problem?
The mountain entrance to the underground tunnel that leads to the fortress is sealed. You need a key to get in.
A key? What about the key Granin gave me?
That key won't work. But don't worry, I'll figure something out. I have an idea. There are some ruins at the top of the mountains. Meet me there.
The top of the mountains. Got it.
Wait, there's something else I've got to tell you.
Now what?
I heard that one of the Cobras is waiting for you in the jungle at the foot of the mountains. He's a legendary sniper called the End.
Yeah, I've seen him before. That ridiculously old guy, right?
Don't underestimate him. He's known as the father of modern sniping.
Is he alone? No spotter?
None. He's all by himself. Apparently, he doesn't need a spotter.
You can't be serious.
The entire forest is on his side.
The forest?
Stay alert.
Yeah, I'd hate to have it be the end for me.
Okay, let's see. You know, I'm gonna save here, and then we're going to cut this part here, and then we'll pick up and fight him. Well, actually, okay. Well, I could start the fight in the next part, but we'll see about finishing it within that time frame. So let's give Paramedic another call here. See what movie she wants to talk about this time.
Saving the game, Snake? Snake, have you seen the movie Them?
Nope.
No.
It's about these giant ants that appear in the desert of New Mexico after a nuclear test. The army tries to fight them off with flamethrowers. The ants were so big that they filled up the entire screen. The whole movie theater was screaming.
An ant that big could make a good meal.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, if you find any, don't eat them.
Come on, they're not that bad for you.
If you end up growing age like that,
no.
you won't have any place left to hide.
Just like a Gurlugon.
Okay, you guys might be wondering, what the fuck is a Gurlugon? So that's a Metal Gear reference, and well, I'll explain it all in due time. So that's gonna do it for this part, guys. See you all in a bit.